What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and welcome back to the Week in Gaming. This is episode 5 for Friday, November 12th. This week has gone by in a flash. Looking back at it, I kind of have to wonder, where did the week go? It feels like it was Friday not that long ago. I guess it was just a week, but it felt much shorter than that for some reason. Anyways, what have I been up to this week? Well, in World of Warcraft, still haven't been doing a whole lot of that recently. I just haven't really felt like it, to be honest. There's hasn't been a whole lot of stuff from day to day that I feel like doing. I did do some raiding, and we have 2 raids this week actually for the first time in forever. We're doing a Lich King raid on Sunday, so hopefully I can finally get my stupid Kingslayer title, even though I've already killed 3/4 of the instance on Heroic. I just didn't happen to be there for my guild's previous kills. Not a whole lot other than that, though. The second phase of the Elemental Invasion went live this week, but I have to say that the second phase is incredibly disappointing. There's virtually nothing to do. It's literally 2 quests. That's it. And they're not even particularly interesting quests. Beyond that, though, I've been starting to kind of think about some stuff that I should be doing now that Cataclysm's getting closer to release. I'm trying to switch over my professions for my main and my kind of primary alt, I guess you could call it. Planning for Cataclysm for rating at 85. I'm hoping to have that kind of all set up before actually goes live, just so I don't have to spend too much time at it at 85, so I can spend time in the dungeons and gearing up and gathering stuff there at 85 and crafting and whatever. So I've been thinking I should work on that some more. I'm only halfway to max. And they recently announced some changes that they're making to the Insane in the Membrane feat of strength. They're just removing the Chandrilar rep requirement from it. And with that, I'm seriously considering going for that now, since I'm already exalted with pretty much everyone that it requires. I just have to finish off a little bit of Steamweedle rep and get Darkmoon Fair to exalted, and I'd have it. So I'm seriously considering going for that now. But that's for some time down the road. I might finish off the Steamweedle rep at some point in the next few weeks if I just feel like going for it, though. I have been playing a lot of Starcraft II this week, actually. Kind of a little bit of everything, really. I played a bunch of single-player campaigns, continuing my brutal walk through the game. I'm about halfway there now, through about half of the missions. It's starting to get really hard, though. I've played a whole ton of 1v1 matches against the AI. I finally managed to 2v1 2 hard AIs on my own, 2v1. I'm the one, so I'm on my own. Yay, logic. But I've been messing around a lot with hard and very hard level AI, trying to grind out some medium matches against the medium AI for some achievements, and just to kind of get a feel for some super quick rush builds. Fighting against the AI is kind of interesting, just because it's given me a good opportunity just to kind of really practice kind of the fundamentals of the game, just the multitasking and keeping up my macro management, just building my army all the time and not letting my minerals go to waste. And it's kind of neat because I'm actually seeing myself improve a lot since when I started playing again a couple of weeks ago. I was really rusty, but I've kind of caught up to where I was and then some now. It's kind of neat to see. Not that I'm any actual particularly good, but it's always fun to see that kind of improvement. It's kind of neat. It's one of those games where it's like it's not so much that your characters are getting better, so much as you're getting better at the game. And it's always a neat element to games, I guess. And I guess that kind of skill differential is what makes it such an interesting esport. I have played a few ladder matches as well, but I'm always kind of hesitant to do matches against other people on Battle.net. But I have been thinking about actually putting out some Starcraft content on my YouTube channel in the next little while, so look for that in the next few weeks. I'm still kind of deliberating over what to do and how to do it, but probably going to be doing something. Outside of the world of Blizzard, I've been playing a little bit of a little game on the PS2 by the name of Atelier Iris, subtitled Eternal Mana. It's the first game in... The series is kind of weird because it's like the Atelier series, and there's a whole bunch of games in it, but Atelier Iris is the first one that came to this side of the world. And it's the sixth game in the series, but like the Atelier Iris is like a mini series with 3 parts to it. Like they just came out with Atelier Rorona on the PS3. I'm starting to look, trying to kind of get into that whole series. I haven't played the first game too much yet, so I don't really have a whole lot to say with that, but I'll play it for a few hours. I'll probably get into it again eventually. And I went back and started playing a bunch more Bioshock. And I'm really starting to dig that game. Like, at first I was kind of, yeah, this is neat, but I was kind of like, I get it. But the further I got, the more and more I got into it, because I started getting to the point where it's like, you have more plasmids, which are basically just like special supernatural abilities you get. I started getting more of those than I could equip at once, and more like, you have like engineering abilities and combat abilities and stuff that you can equip, but I started getting like, I'd have like 5 plasmids, but 3, I could only take 3 of them with me at a time or something. And, you can only have 2 engineering abilities equipped, but it might have like 5 of them. So you can start getting really interesting, where it could like customize your character based on your preferred play style, kind of. As I thought it was really neat the way they kind of build the levels so that you can kind of go about it based on what you have. Like, for example, there's one part I got to where there was a door with an electrical lock that was shorted out. So I used my electricity plasmid to zap the lock and open up the door. As exploring that room, I found a crawl space that led to... There was actually a hidden tunnel that led into the room from another place in the level. But to actually get into the room, you need to use another plasmid, telekinesis, to rip off a grate that was blocking the way actually into the room. So it's like, there's 2 different ways into the room. Like, you can go this way if you have electricity, or this way if you have telekinesis. You might not have both of those, but as long as you have one of them, you can get in there. And I just find that stuff kind of neat. I got to around, I guess probably about the halfway point in the game. I'm not quite sure, but I'll say that. And unfortunately, I ran into a really big bug. At one point, there's a wall safe that you have to open up, and inside the safe there's supposed to be a bunch of items, but there's apparently a bug in the game where on the PC version there's just randomly the items just aren't there. And without those items, you can't go on. So I ran into that bug and I tried, reloading previous saves and a whole bunch of stuff to try and get this item. Eventually, something I did managed to screw up the program so that the Bioshock.exe won't even open up anymore. So that's really disappointing because I was really starting to get into the game, and now I don't know, I'm going to have to find a way to fix it or something. But it's a real pain in the ass. Let's see here. Have I played anything else this week? Not really. No, not really. I guess that's going to be about it for this week in gaming. So, this has been Ramblin' Josh. I'll catch you next week.